Fastenopfer hilft, und das seit 50 Jahren, zum Beispiel in Kenia und in Nepal. Was hat das Engagement des Fastenopfers in diesen Ländern bewirkt? In einem Gespräch mit den Länderdelegierten Stella Maris Mulae aus Kenia und Tika Bhattarai aus Nepal wollen wir mehr dazu erfahren. Miss Mulae, 50 years of Fastenopfer, a reason for you to celebrate?
Yes, it's a reason for us to celebrate because we have traveled a journey of changing people's lives. We have seen that people can live in abundance. People can have justice where there is no justice. For instance, in Kenya, we have a number of partners working on justice issues. We've seen them through the help that they get from Fastenopfer, forming peace committees that brings about dialogues and resolving conflicts. And somehow the people get justice.
Mr. Bhattarai, what does come into your mind when you think about 50 years of Fastenopfer?
I think it's a period of being with the people who are marginalized and oppressed and needed some help to help themselves. So Fastenopfer has been doing this work for last 50 years and it continues, and it will continue with more subtlety and effectiveness.
What inspired you to seek this kind of work in collaboration with Fastenopfer?
I am a person who wants change. I want people to live in peace. I want people to have life into their fullest. Having worked in one community, I felt that it's my responsibility to be a change maker.
Using one of your recent projects as an example, can you describe in what way the collaboration between the locals and Fastenopfer is beneficial for them?
We have a project on women's rights, girl child education. In Kenya, we have girls who get circumcised at the age of 13. They get married and they never go to school, and the cycle of poverty continues. With help from Fastenopfer, we've been cooperating with MPIDO for the last 11 years, and we've had many girls go to school. We've had discussions with their parents why girls should stay in school, and we have many of them joining universities and colleges, and that is hope that the community will change and accept girl education.
Can you give us one example how you work in Nepal implementing these projects Fastenopfer is funding?
Yeah, one example would be that many women in Nepal have fallen their uterus, but so many women. Fastenopfer cannot do that job alone, so we are working with many institutions and we are promoting the cause so that other people are interested there.
You're working as an intermediate between Fastenopfer and local aid organizations. How do you assure that the money is going to the right places?
That's a good question. The first thing is that it depends on the selection of partners. What kind of partners we have. Rather than spending so much of time in making sure money is spent right way, we invest our time in selecting our partners so that our relationship can be based on trust and a mission with equal concern.
Talking about Africa and development aid is an issue that's being discussed with controversy. Dambisa Moyo, a Zambian economist, wrote in her book Dead Aid that development aid is responsible for corruption. What is your opinion about that?
My opinion is that development aid can be a savior, but it can also be evil in a community, depending on the approaches, depending on the methods that it's used. In my opinion, the approaches we use in Fastenopfer, we are trying our best to empower to all other people's hands so that they can cross the river to prosperity.
But don't you think that especially in Kenya there are a lot of negative aspects in connection with development aid?
Yes, there are, and I must say there are, because it depends as well on the approaches. We have people who pay per diems to communities to sit under the tree, which is something that is inherent in Africa. People sit under the trees to discuss. But when you begin to pay them, then they will not do it in future if you're not there. So I feel that that is an harmful consequence of development aid, because the approach which was used was not in a way to empower the community.
Felix Wertli ist Projektverantwortlicher für Kenia und Haiti. Wie stellt das Fastenopfer sicher, dass die eingesetzten Gelder in Kenia nicht veruntreut werden?
Wir haben ganz konkrete Forderungen und Bedingungen an die Finanzkontrolle, das ist etwas. Dann ist auch bei Stella Maris Moulet regelmäßig die Partner besucht, ich auch regelmäßig vor Ort bin, wir Berichte erhalten, wissen wir eigentlich sehr gut, was auch umgesetzt wird, und wir können auch die Entwicklung beobachten und verfolgen.
What can Europeans and Swiss people learn from Africans?
Swiss people can learn the generosity of the African people. They can also learn that despite adversities, African people are willing to try and do an effort to change their lives.